Yeah, okay. So welcome guys back to my channel. It's DJ Dr. Price again here on the pandemic podcast. And like I said in the other episode, we are going to be doing some interesting stuff, and I want to majorly focus on HIV awareness. And today I have a special guest for you. He's a professional, and today we're going to talk about HIV diagnosis. So as you all know, HIV is a viral infection that majorly causes immunosuppression, that leaves the body defenseless to a point that you end up getting what we call opportunistic infections. So all these things are what we really put into consideration when we think about how to make a HIV diagnosis. So without further ado, I want to introduce you to my guest today. He's a specialist in HIV diagnosis. He's a very hard man to find, but I really tried because I wanted my guys to have the best of everything. So without wasting time, I want to welcome you to meet my guest. He goes by the name Dan. So Dan,
Yes.
welcome to the show.
Yes, Bryce. Thank you.
So like I said, Dan is going to take us through HIV diagnosis, and he's the best at doing that. So without wasting time, the floor is yours.
Asante. Thank you, Dr. Actually, a point of I may add some point there because majorly we deal with identification, yeah,
Sure.
from the mass. Whereby in the area of HIV, it begins with identification.
Sure.
And by the way, did I introduce myself? My name's Daniel Kuria, short Dan. I'm a nickname. They used to call me Uncle T.
Bonge la nickname.
Yeah. So, identification usually is the beginning point. And as counselors, we term ourselves to be the foot soldiers. Yes, because it begins with us.
The gateway.
Yeah, everything begins with us. And it may sound like an easy term, identification, but it's quite tasky in that it calls for individuals to be ready to undergo a test, and before that you have to prepare one psychologically due to the stigma related to HIV. More so in central Kenya, stigma is quite a major issue in that if you are identified to have contracted HIV, you are labeled, you are sinner, immoral, this lady is a prostitute, we na hanya, all these, yeah. So you're looked as an outcast in the society, more so to say. But as we prepare our clients, we try to demystify the whole mystery in the area of HIV, in that it's like any other disease, a viral disease. The only thing that which is different is that it's HIV, because we have other viral diseases, as Dr. Mchapo may want to allude in the process. So it is a tasking thing, because there is that voluntary issue of identification. One may think I have not been tested for a while. I know there is this HIV testing, and I know my social life. Perhaps I may have engaged sexually, because the messages, advocacy message has been spread all over. Through print media, radio, TV,
social media,
all these. Even nowadays, in religious movement, they are advocating for people to know their status. So ideally, you may find someone meet you in your testing point and just tells you that I'm here, Daktari, can I come in? Okay, you welcome them. Then you introduce yourself, your name, what you do. Then they may tell you, I may not want all those wrong stories. I'm here just to...
I just want to know my status.
My status, just testing. Then that is a bit easier because usually there's an underlying thing that has, or a story that perhaps may have brought this client to you. So perhaps he or she may have had a relationship which she suspects that the partner may have been involved with another sexual activities.
That puts them at risk.
Yeah. And so those people are ready. Those category of clients are usually ready for anything that may come out.
Are the easy clients?
Yeah, those are easy clients. And if they are identified to be HIV positive, usually they are always ready for medication. And in the process, you may ask them if their partners may know knowing their status. If they say no, then you can start working on a way of identifying these partners and test them.
Sure.
There is this other category of now, like working from the hospital setup. Everyone who comes to the hospital is subjected to HIV testing, but not mandatory.
Sure.
In that we do screening of this HIV.
Like something to do with eligibility.
Yes, that's the word. We do. We have the eligibility criteria. In that, you are sexually active. How many partners do you have? And if you have multiple sexual partners, we always use condom. So the moment one says that have multiple sexual partners, that one outright qualifies for testing. Yeah. So there may be one who may qualify, but may not be at risk. So there are others who may not be having multiple sexual partners, but have been on and off some funny illnesses, skin diseases, TB. Those OIs,
Yeah.
How do you call them?
In another language, we mean opportunistic infection. Huh?
Yes, Daktari.
And that is a wide range of conditions that we're going to talk about later in the course of the next episodes. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So also from the hospital setup, there's this TB clinic, yeah?
Yeah.
And every TB client who is taking medication ought to have gone at testing, HIV testing.
Sure.
Yeah, we don't condemn everyone saying that all HIV, all
TB
cases are HIV positive clients. No, but it's usually good to have this test to rule out HIV in them. Then there is this other category of clients who are all inpatient patient in the hospital.
The very sick people.
Yeah.
I'm a sick patient.
Sick patients, yeah, in the hospital wards. Those ones kind of it's a mandatory to test.
Sure.
Yeah. Because usually they undergo some medical review. There's MOs, medical officers who do take them through their medications, and they require that each patient should be diagnosed. It should be tested for HIV to rule out that it's not one of the ailments that's causing this hospitalization. There is this other category of pregnant mothers.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
The special category.
Yes. These ones have to be tested regardless.
Mandatory.
Yeah.
They are subjected to mandatory testing.
Yes. Yes. Because there is this slogan of from Ministry of Health. There is zero infection to all newborn.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be zero. Regardless, even if the mother is HIV positive, the child or the baby should not be infected.
Should not be infected.
Yes. Because as the Daktari will tell us, they are the modes of infection that they usually tell us. And this one from mother to child, nowadays, it's like